it's always fun to move into a new home, and this is Studio A, another kitchen, another home away from home for me. And this kitchen is modeled after my East Hampton kitchen, which was in an 1873 farmhouse. And I think one of the most unique features of this kitchen is the soapstone countertops. The countertops here in this very large island, the countertops around the stainless steel sink, and the soapstone shelving right over here. It's nice to have heavy, thick shelving here. I can put great big jars on these shelves, heavy books, and it really ties together the countertops here and the soapstone shelving here. And our wonderful dining table, which is about 12 feet long and seats around 16 people. It's a form of talc with enough impurities in it to hold it together. It's highly malleable, which means it can't be bent, but it can be worked very nicely. It can be sawed and it can be sanded just like wood. It can even be made into moldings. It has a unique ability to absorb and retain heat. And the last thing I really have to do in this kitchen before I can decorate completely is to oil the soapstone. Soapstone's softer than granite and marble, but it's very, very durable. If it chips, you can just take a little piece of sandpaper, number 80 grade, and just lightly sand the chip and then oil it again. And those little imperfections will just kind of disappear into the countertop. Now, when it's installed, soapstone is this light gray color. It will oxidize and turn dark gray with time and use, but we can speed up the process by using mineral oil to cure the stone. This mineral oil will enhance the oxidation process and give the surface a uniform look. Without oil, you'll find that that oxidation process will leave you with a spotty countertop for a long time. It'll take years to get it all one color. And this oil, you can see I'm using a soft t-shirt rag and pure mineral oil that you can buy right at the drugstore. And you just apply the oil all over the countertop. Now look at the difference. Before, you couldn't see this beautiful veining in the soapstone. You couldn't see these marks. I like seeing all of that. It looks right now a little bit more like marble than just a piece of pale gray stone. And so you just keep applying your oil. You must get the edges, you must get the cracks, and you must make sure that you apply this oil evenly. The first coat is going to be absorbed very, very rapidly. And this oiling process, Mr. Bowman tells me, is going to take about 1 year and about 12 applications. The beauty of soapstone is its natural ability to change color with oil and use. After 6 months, it gets a patina of age, making it look old. Now, this first one is especially crucial because there are a lot of cut raw edges. And to get down, say, on the side here by the stove, you're going to have to do some rather careful applying with a paintbrush because you want it to darken. You don't want to see that light stone, but you don't want to get a whole lot of oil all over your appliances. Now, Glenn Bowman has told me an awful lot about the oils that you use, too, to oil the countertops. He prefers using a refined mineral oil, which is a petroleum-based oil, often used medicinally as a laxative. This makes it very safe for use in areas where food is prepared. This is a soapstone sink, which may seem old-fashioned to some of you who remember the old farm sinks that Grandma used to have, or the sink in your high school science lab. Soapstone was used because it's impervious to acids. It does retain the heat very nicely from the hot water. If you fill this sink, it will stay hotter than a normal enamel or steel sink. It's a nice alternative to other kinds of sinks. And it's not very difficult to make a sink custom-made like this to the size that you need for your specific kitchen. Now, very important with clean, soft cloths, and these have to be clean, unoiled, just wipe off all the excess oil. You can see that it's a little bit shiny here and not shiny there. Well, just make sure that you take off that excess. At this point, that excess is not going to be absorbed into the stone. And by removing it, you will create a surface that's ready to work on. Now, soapstone you can clean very easily with soap and water and with ordinary household detergents. You can even use, if you have some stubborn stains in the sink, a little bit of an abrasive like an Ajax or a Comet. And you can rinse it off very well, and then if you see any part of it turning a little bit white, just apply a little bit more mineral oil. I know I'll enjoy living with these soapstone surfaces, and I'll let you know as we go through the year how they're holding up.